With technicalities first, we'll be working on this Miro board, and you'll get all the docs and everything there is on this board, all the links I will be sharing there, and so on. And our plan for today is to define our ICP, build micro tool, and distribute it via ads. I suppose we're here in a group of startup founders or aspiring startup founders. So maybe in a chat you can write what you are building. So maybe our examples could be adjusted to your specific case. Whether you are building some software as a service, or you are starting with mobile apps, or just regular services, consulting, and so on. Just share what you're building. And another important rule for our workshop today: no stupid questions. If anything is not clear right now, just write this in the chat. I will be looking at this chat window. I have this on other screen, so I will be reacting accordingly. Okay, so Anna already wrote that she's building platform to improve users' copyrights using AI models. So that's nice. If anyone else like to share what you're building, it will be great. Okay, so what's the issue with most startup founders and developers who are coming from regular coding to this business side? Developers tend to build for too long in isolation. So we are building some big app, and then is questions, okay, how do I get clients? So the usual process is that it takes 3 months or so, and then we are left with this question, okay, I have my app, how do I get clients for this? So what I am proposing today is to build a small app /tool /lead magnet, launch ads at micro budget, and get your first leads or paying customers if you'd like to share this tool as a paid tool. And this process can be done in half a day, and this will take 5 to 7 days just to get the ads and ad targeting algorithm running. Okay. Let's say we are building this big app for general audience. For example, we are building some kind of CRM or platform for creators. And our question is, who is our client? Who is our client? Who is our ideal client? So we have few distinctions for our tools. We have B2C, we have B2C, we have B2B. In some other examples, we may, of course, have something like B2E, where we are building for employees, or maybe we are building some solution for government, but there are regulations and so on. And we may also have some combinations, like very popular combination B2C, B2C2B, which may be, for example, marketplace. And yeah, so our focus today would be those two categories, where we are building tool for businesses and for consumers. So what's the difference between all of those? So, well, yeah, the difference is who is our ideal client. The hardest, in my opinion, is marketplace, because we have to find both businesses and both consumers and clients who will use those. So we won't be doing this today. We won't be designing tools for government use. We won't be designing tools for employees. We won't be designing some internal tools, and we won't be also designing any tool for general consumers. Because let's say, what's the average ticket size? What's the average sales size for B2C? For B2C, we may sell our app for something like $20, 20 euros. For example, you pay for ChatGPT subscription around 20 USD, 20 USD or euros. But for businesses, let's say this is amount. This is golden standard right now for such tools. Other tools for B2C tends to be free tools. Think, for example, like Google search, Instagram, and so on. So those tools make money by indirectly by showing you ads, and you need scale. You need scale to launch such tools. But for businesses, for building B2B, you can generate cash flow almost immediately. And if your tool is solving problem, you can explain that with our tool, you'll get, for example, 1,000 euros a month in savings. So if we are designing for B2B, we are thinking B2B, thinking about ROI. So what's the ROI? ROI would be return on investment. So we will be answering question, our ICP, will I earn more money with this tool? Or is asking other question, will I save some money with this tool? So those are two general categories. Those are two general categories, and it makes things easier when we are building for B2B. Some other example for B2C to B could be just starting with this B2B side and saying, okay, bring your own clients, bring your own customers to this marketplace, and you are good to go. But our focus today is on this B2B side, because we will be able, hopefully, generate some cash flow almost immediately with our tool, with our startup, with our micro tool. We will be designing tool that is solving very specific problem. We'll talk about this specificity. We will think about how to explain ROI for our end consumer, and we will either build some tool that will help save money for the business or that will help earn more money with this business. And this ROI explanation should be as simple as possible, but not simpler. All right, let me take a look at my notes. Okay, so let's say we have already some our ideal customer profile. Ideal customer profile. So let's say our profile is service businesses. So this is quite general category. How can we help service businesses earn more money, or how can we help general service businesses save more money? So this is hard question. Let's narrow this and think in terms of industries or some verticals. Okay, so let's say we narrowed our service businesses to car industry, and we want to narrow this down even further, just to have our messaging in place. Let's say we want to start with car detailers or mobile car washes, something like that. And if we define our ideal customer profile as service businesses, we don't know really for whom we are building. If we narrow this, for example, to some industry, to some very specific field in that industry, it will be just easier for us to build such tool and be more precise with our targeting. I prepared some skills for Claude. You can use this. With any AI agents. To be honest, and we'll go through such session when we will define and narrow our ICP. We will try to narrow this ICP, and we will design our lead magnet. Okay, one more thing. What is this lead magnet? Lead magnet is something that gives us contact to our ICP. Our ICP is giving us permission to contact them. Our ICP is giving us permission to contact them, so then we can do some discovery of their needs, and eventually we can sell them a solution. Because what's the issue? If we think about solution we want to sell, for example, it's $300 amount SaaS. Just run ads may not work, or just publish this ad may not work. So this lead magnet will be more cost effective more cost effective way to reach our ideal client. All right. Now I am opening Claude Code. You can do this in any agentic tool you are using, and I have already integrated those skills into my agent. If you're not sure how to install some new skill, just ask your agent how to install skill, and you will get an answer. So you can ask your agent, just copy paste those, ask your agent to install such skills, and you will be good to go. So yeah, first things first, with those skills, we want to define our ICP. Then we will want to build micro tool, which will serve as our lead magnet. And then we will distribute it via meta ads. Okay, so I am opening Claude Code. This is in desktop app, not in the terminal. And yeah, what I will do is I will create a new directory in here. Let's call this GDG GTM workshop. I am opening it. Okay, let's open this Trust Workspace. All right, and now I will use those skills. I have the skills at /GTM, and I will just say, let's discuss our ICP. You can also download those skills, not from here, but from the other one, from the other repo. GTM skill. Okay, it will be in here on GitHub. Okay. I will instruct my Claude to talk only in English. And with the skill, we are getting discussion, we are getting questions. Okay, we switch to English. I run this skill, and now Claude is asking me to describe who is the person I want to help. Not a group, one specific person. What's their role? Where do they work? What do they actually do day to day? So, okay, we'd like to build some solution for car detailers. So let's say that our ICP is someone who just opened a car detailing business and is doing kind of freelance work. I am using speech to text in here. Okay, let's enter. We are talking about Sarah car detailer, early stage, working freelance, probably mobile or out of small setup. One quick check before we move on. Is this person doing detailing mobile, drives to customer, or from a fixed location? That changes their daily reality a lot. Let's say that this person is driving to the customer. Okay, mobile detailer, just starting out, driving to customers. And that's also a hint from me that when we are introducing some new tool, new lead magnet, something like that, it's nice to focus on people entering the market, because they don't have They don't already use some applications. They don't have big tools to use. So maybe if someone is opening their business, it will be easier for us to provide them with solution. Okay, we have another question. What's their problem? And this problem will be kinda important. And we don't know answers for that problem. So what specific moment in their week that causes them the most pain or frustration related to your topic? What do they do instead of solving it? Okay, and we can think of some problems, or we can do research. And the best place in the internet to do such research, in my opinion, is Reddit. And we can find subreddits and forums for any topics, to be honest. And I know that there is already a car detailing subreddit. And there is auto detailing subreddit. Okay, so we can browse discussions from here. Okay, there are some people that are just showing their work, but sometimes we also have some business owners asking for advice. The good thing is that we can also automate parts of this research with agents. We can ask Claude to generate query for deep research on Reddit for that topic. And the bad news is that general use agents don't have access to Reddit discussions. Reddit is gated, but there is one specific tool that is able to browse Reddit, and this tool is Manus. Manus is basically Claude code, but in the web. Manus is also running its own computer, so we can use that. Okay, we have proposition for researching pain points. So let's copy paste this. And enter. The other option in here is to execute a regular Google search query with site Reddit. If you don't know, if you write something like that in Google search with site reddit.com, it will search only through that website. Okay, and right now we have some questions. We have some Reddit discussion, and hopefully the agent will summarize this for us. Right now, we are doing this research. We are just surfacing those problems. And to be honest, pain point identification and looking for client struggles should be top priority if you are building such tool. For this workshop only, we will use such report generated in few minutes by agent. The other example for finding client struggles is to look for ads that our potential that some other businesses are showing for car detailers. So there is such tool for meta ad library. Ad library. I will copy paste this also to Miro board. And we can browse which ads are showing for our ideal clients. Let's say we want to look for all the word ad category, all ads, and let's search for car detailing business. Search for this exact phrase, and we can see what ads are showing for car detailers. So we may find some ads from agencies, from some software providers, and so on and so on. So which ads are shown to car detailers? Something like start a car detailing business that prints money, everything you need to know, and so on and so on. Let's go back in here. See ad summary. And we have something for Indian automotive market. What else? We have some ad from website builder. Your detailing website built in 30 seconds. Something like that. Okay, this may be general tool. We have some franchise offer. We have again how to start car detailing business. And also, there's a high chance that whatever business software you're doing, there's already an agency that is doing this manually. So it's worth to look at their ads. Okay, we have something in here, some ad for booking or scheduling tool. And yeah, okay, let's see this completed research from Manus. What is reality of solo mobile car detailing, top pain points and frustrations? And this research is, or at least should be grounded in Reddit threads. So I will download this as a markdown, and I will move this to our Claude code catalog. this will be in here. Okay, so the research is completed by Manus. We are going back to our Claude session, and now we can say, okay, we have this. This is research done on Reddit. Okay, so we have two sharp pain points in here. We have no-show issues. Books a job, shows up, customer is ghosting, or pricing scope creep, quotes a job over text, shows up, carries way dirtier than described, it's the cost, or has an awkward confrontation. And agent is asking us which of those two is the one you want to anchor the ICP on, or is the third moment. I will say that we can go with pricing and job quotes. And this doesn't mean that we can't build in the future a solution that will solve no-shows. Okay, that problem is quoting jobs blind over text DM, then showing up to a car that's way dirtier than described, leading to either eating the cost or awkward on-the-spot renegotiations. So how severe is the pain? How much does it cost this person time, money, or miss the jobs? How would they describe their loss in their own terms? I lose every $80 every time this happens, or I waste an hour renegotiation. I will say that that's the pain point. And other question, hard question from our agent, who pays first? Out of everyone with this problem, who is the most determined to fix it right now? What sets this person apart from the rest of mobile detailers who just shrug and deal with it? Okay, we don't know answer from that for that, so we can say you come up with answer for Q4. Explain different angles. We don't know something. In the worst case scenario, we can ask agent for opinion. Okay, so agent proposed a few angles for that. Solo detailer in the first 6-12 months is the hardest. Someone who is still working a day job while saving for the business ramps up. Someone who is at reputation risk. And I think this recommendation that combine 1 and 2. So someone who is new to this business or someone who is getting bookings through cold channels. So dealing with the first time client. Okay, so let's combine. Let's combine angles 1 and 2. And the other question is, how do you reach those people? Where this person spends time, online or offline, where they have recently asked for help with this exact problem. How could you reach them within 7 days with no ad budget? So with no ad budget, I will just look for their Instagram profiles and approach them with DMs or emails. The other angle would be to find them via Google business sites or Facebook pages. But other thing is that we will test the market with low budget meta ads campaign. Okay, at the end of this skill, we are saving output for those, and we'll say it's not that project. So we'll say that agents should save this in this directory. Okay, I will also say that save this in English. Okay, so what's the breakdown of our ICP in here? Solo mobile car detailer, drives to the customer, no fixed shop, first year in business, no established base of repeat referral customers yet, quotes a job blindly over text or DM without seeing the car, shows up, car is there, different than described, wastes 1 hour. How do they search for fix? Post in detailings with the startup, upload pricing, RIP channel, direct outreach, and Facebook pages. We have this research from Reddit saved. And yeah. Okay, so right now let's go to the next phase, but maybe we can first let's sum up what we already did in here. We discussed what we want to build during this workshop. We are focusing on B2B because B2B can generate cash flow almost immediately. And we are trying to build a micro tool that is solving specific problem for some business. And we are thinking about ROI, return on investment for our ICP. Before our ICP will start using our tool, it's asking questions, will I earn more money or will I save some money with this tool? And this explanation should be as simple as possible. Our ideal customer profile was narrowed down from service businesses to car industry to car detailers, mobile car washers. And now we will go to the next stage, building some kind of lead magnet that will give us opportunity to contact our ICP and do further discovery. So first we are using this ICP narrowing guide, and now we will go to lead magnet design. So this third document. I am going back to this Claude session. If you want, you can create new session, new Claude Code session. But in my opinion, when the context will compact in a few messages, that won't be an issue because we are saving every useful info to files. Okay, I'm running the second skill, GTM magnet. And again, we will have some questions from our agent that we will need to answer. So the question is this pain point measurable? Wastes an hour on-site renegotiating where the quote doesn't match the car. That's already measurable, which converts directly to money, the hourly rate. And the proposition from agent is loss calculator rather than a plan generator. Does that match your instincts, or do you see this differently? And I think in here we can do tool that will provide end client with initial quote that can be adjusted later on site. So the end client will see initial quote, but will see also an information, okay, that price may change if the car is very, very dirty. So instead of showing the detailer an abstract, here's what blind quoting costs you, you will give them a working tool that fixes the actual moment of pain. And yeah, who uses it? The detailer's own customer. What it outputs? I will say that no, this will be used by detailer, and detailer will input all the details to build the quote, and the tool will be able to generate PDF or HTML with initial quote. And we'll have information that the price may change if the car is very, very dirty. And what will be the hook for that? It would be generate a quote that protects your price. Or this third one. So let's say that we will test all three hooks in ads. Okay, other question. What question inputs does that tool need? For sure, we will need vehicle type and size, service package, add-ons, condition notes. and maybe something else. And walk me through the exact moment the detailer hands over their email. Do they fill in all 5 fields, see a preview of the quote, and then have to enter their email to unlock downloadable PDF HTML? And my instinct tells me that we will generate this PDF after detailer shares their email with us. The other thing is, after someone generates a quote, how do you tell a hot lead from a cold one? Some options to react: usage urgency, generates multiple quotes, or just one, job value, quotes with premium packages, follow through. I will say usage frequency and job value. Okay, so we have specification for our lead magnet, quick quote, working mini tool, which is functional slice of real product. We will test 3 hooks. We will have tool inputs, what they get for their email. They will have quote preview, and also detailer should be able to put their own prices. This will be saved in browser's cache. Also, we will save in browser memory if someone already gave us an email. So we won't be doing any authentication. We will just save some cookie or some flag in the storage. But we will need some segmentation later. So I will say that we won't be doing this usage frequency and job value yet. I think our specification is already maybe ready, so I will say that save this specification and start building the tool with Next.js. Okay, so now Claude will be building this tool, and we will focus in other session on ads for this tool. So first thing first, if you haven't used meta ads, this is, in my opinion, the fastest, the easiest tool to make ads and reach our customers. because because Meta has good targeting and it goes across Facebook, across Instagram, even across some kind of WhatsApp ads and so on. So it will be the easiest to set up and test different variants. So first you need to create an account in Ads Manager, create some kind of fan page or Instagram profile for your business. And then we'll create a campaign. I created in here campaign with type leads. We have a few campaign objectives. We have awareness, traffic and engagement, app promotion, sales. But what is interesting for us right now is leads. In my opinion, this app promotion is kind of sucks. It's not a good targeting in my opinion. But for leads, collect leads for a business or brand, this will be good for an web application. Okay, so let's continue in here. I will give this campaign a name. For example, quick quote, detailers, leads, auction type, campaign budget or ad set budget. I will say ad set budget. And then let's go to ad set. In one campaign, we can have multiple ad sets. In ad set, we may have multiple ads. Okay, then let's create ad set. What is interesting in here for us is conversion location. What will be conversion? In here, conversion will be moment when someone is using this tool and giving us their contact information. So this will be single place of conversion. This will be website. And if we have web application, this still will be conversion location website, not the app. So select in here. Website performance goal, maximize number of leads. For our scale, doesn't matter. This will be good performance goal. And then we need dataset. What is dataset in here? Meta will give us a small piece of JavaScript code with our unique identifier, and will interact with this Meta pixel. So the ads platform will know that someone clicked through our application with that tracking system installed. So I will use some existing data set in here, for example, from this experiment shop maxing conversion event. This will be in here. Lead attribution standard doesn't matter. Budget strategy. I usually go with 50 zlotys a day. This will be something like 11, 12 euros. And this is enough just to test our idea. If we find an ad that actually works, we may, of course, increase this budget. I will go with 50 zlotys a day. Audience. We can also define an audience in here. I will say that I will be advertising only in Poland, but you can in here target specific cities. For example, let's say that we want to target people in Berlin. We can also do that. For example, we can do one experiment. We can show one ad set for people living or staying in Berlin, and other ad set for people living and staying in Hanover. So we can A/B test those stuff. And yeah, what's next in here? I will leave Poland in here. We can suggest an audience with those suggestions. I usually limit by age if we want to reach car detailers that are just starting their business. Let's say they won't be older than 40 years old and they won't be younger than 22 years old. Okay, next. And now we will create some specific ads. But before that, let's go back to our Claude code and let's see what's the progress on application. Okay, we have some tool in React. But I want to see how this looks like. But yeah, in the new chat, we can start building an ads. And I will show you examples of very simple ad creatives that is giving that are getting leads for my projects. I will open this in new window. So for example, this will be Training Pro lead magnet. And as you see, those are very simple ad creatives, just text on the screen, some action button, some screenshot from the tool, from the app, and this is completely enough. So what else we can do in Claude Code? We can do screenshot of the app, of the ad we like. Say, this is the ad format we'd like to use for our tool. Prepare 5 ad creatives in HTML. Let's add for our detailing quote tool. And since we already have this context of our ICP, of their problems, of tool we are building, with this simple instruction, we should get ad creatives that will be ready to use. Okay, in the meantime, we have this in here. We have vehicle size multiplier, save and continue. We have some add-ons. We can define packages. So yeah, I think this will be This will be enough just to start. Okay, and in this session, Claude is building us ad creatives based on this ad format. I will say that, okay, put all of those in one HTML file. And we should be good to go in here with a minute. Okay, right now for our app, I told you about this tracking system, Metapixel. So what we need in here is also to do two more things. We need to add this tracker in Meta Ads system. We are doing this with Events Manager. You will have to probably create new Metapixel in here. I have already created it in other project. Then we are going to settings. We have this dataset ID. We have this dataset ID. And we will say, okay, when someone is giving us the email, we need to trigger meta ads. And let's test this application in here. Basic wash would be 100, full exterior, and so on and so on. Save and continue. Customer name. Yeah, I like vehicle type, SUV, large, package basic wash, generate quote. Let's send an email if, and then we have download PDF. Okay, so our basic tool is working. We also have to actually save this email somehow. And can we do that with Tally? Not sure. Let's do some quick automation in here. with make.com just to save this email to some spreadsheet. Create scenario. This will be webhook. Custom webhook, new webhook with no API key. Okay. Webhook URL. And let's save this in Google Spreadsheet in some new row. Let's save this. Drag value must not be empty. Okay. We also need to save this email. If this actually will be saved, we are detecting values in make.com. Okay. Those values were accepted. And now we can save email, source, and captured at. Okay. Okay, enter the scenario will be running. Yes, save changes. Active. And all right. So the next step, let's deploy it to Vercel. Let's check those ad creatives right now. And we have some ads. We have some ads in here. We can do screenshots. We can do screenshots. Let's say we like this one. I will say one more thing in here. To these ads, let's add text saying for car detailers, who, etc., etc. And it's building. And this should be updated. This should be updated in a minute. Now let's test this. Not memory application, storage, clear site data. Responsive, let's say. PLN, save and continue. Service package, full interior, generate quote. Download PDF, let's see. Okay, so it worked. Let's check this on our Google Drive. And we have our lead from Quick Quote in here. Okay, this is deploying for Vercel. And our application is live in here. Of course, it should be prettier. I know. But it's a good place to start. Let's change this in here, save and continue. And let's see if this is working properly. Generate quote. Jarek +2, add Michalik Tech, generate quote. Our lead is captured in here. And we can download PDF. Every part of this mini application, we can edit, we can make prettier, and so on and so on. But we have our core mechanism that we came up with micro tool that may be useful for our ideal customer and eventually help us capture leads for our business. This part you can improve on the go, but this is enough to get you started. Now for the harder part, let's go back to this meta ads library. Let's go back to this campaign, quick quote, detailers leads, new lead ad, edit. Let's go back to this. We have this lead. And now let's build actual ad. Let's go back to this. Let's go back to this. This one. And let's say that we want to use this. Let's do screenshot, download. We will be doing what in here. I will use my company fan page in here. Destination website. This is this website on a Vercel app. We can, of course, connect our custom domain in here. And now for ad creative. We have image ad. I have to upload new ad creative from the screenshot. Next. And now we need some text for that. So let's say generate add creative text description and so on that will be calling out our ideal customer persona and stating their pain point and that our micro tool is solving this. And we have some propositions. We can iterate on those, but this second one with classic format will be enough for me. Primary text. Let's make this bigger so what all can see. 4 solo mobile car detailers in the first year of business for bulk jobs through cold DMs instead of referrals. Quick quote is the second 60-second quote that shows the real price with add-ons before you show up. Let's add on site. And you send beautiful PDF to your client with quote. Did we mention start now? And let's add emoji. We had some headline proposition. Let's add this headline. And Meta is already suggesting us some other primary texts and so on. So we can also apply those. And now what Meta is also doing in here is trying to generate some additional graphics. In my opinion, they are not worth it. We can just have this simple add creative. This is completely enough. But if you want to test in the future some different positioning, this may be useful for you. Overlays, visual touch-ups, and so on, I always have this disabled. We can also auto-translate our texts, but I don't think we have to translate this right now. Done. And this is how our ad will look like. 4 solo mobile car detailers in their first year of business. And yeah, see details. We can change this button to be, for example, learn more, listen now, order, see menu, sign up, and so on and so on. Let's hit publish. And now our ad will be shown to some people. If you have already, if you did some meta advertisements in the past, you may remember that we had such targeting in here in ad sets where we are targeting people by interests. For example, interest, we can say interest, software engineering, cars, and so on, automobiles, car rentals. And we don't have to do this anymore because Meta ads algorithm has changed in the last year. So for our ads to reach car detailers, we either have to say that this is for solo mobile car detailers in the text, or in our ad creative. Their algorithm, their AI will match for our ideal audience if we mention somehow our ideal audience in this ad. Okay, so what's missing in here? What's missing for sure in here is two things. The first thing would be proper domain. Right now we have this on Vercel. Right now this is on Vercel. It's not so beautiful. And also what's missing in here is cookie notice, terms and conditions. And we have to have terms of conditions and so on, because we are collecting leads data, we are collecting user data. So we have to have proper legal documents in place, but they don't have to be such complicated, because we are just getting user emails. So what else in here? So we went through this process of deciding for whom we want to build. We narrowed to our ideal customer profile for mobile car detailers. We narrowed this down even more. We built lead magnet, something that gives us contact to our ICP, and we started an experiment via meta ads to see if this is an audience, if this is a business we want to go with even further with some other businesses. And this experiment with microtool and meta ads will tell us a few things. I will show you on some other example from campaign that is already running, because we will have some reports from those ads. Let's go in here, nowoczesny dev lead, or no, I want training pro lead magnet. And in here, we will, after a few days, we will have few useful information. Does our ad is reaching people? And if so, what's the cost of reaching 1,000 people with this ad? This is CPM, cost per mile, cost per 1,000 impressions. For me, for my ads is usually around 30-40 zlotych, like 10-15 euros, something like that. What's the cost per click? What's the click-through rate for our ad? So if our ideal customer, if someone is seeing this ad, what's the cost that this person will actually open our landing page, open our tool? And since we connected this tracking, we will also track the cost. What is cost per lead in here? So when doing things with doing this campaign, with doing this advertisement, what's the cost of getting one person to start using this micro tool? For me, it's between 26 and 57 zlotys, but this is quite different campaign. We are scheduling bookings with those people. And yeah, we did today this process on some abstract example, car detailers business, but this can be reproduced for any service-based business. any service-based business needs some kind of tool for building quotes. Any service-based business may need some tool for scheduling, and so on and so on. We had some information from Reddit research, but now with those experiments, we are actually verifying if market will respond to our messaging to problems we'd like to solve with our software. And after 7 days with such campaign, you will probably have some information with this cost per result. You will have information with cost per mile, and so on, which will help you decide is it worth to build in that direction. And you can do such experiments infinite number of times until you find a winner. Until you find a winner and build some bigger tool for that. So yeah, I think this is it for today. I don't see any questions related to the process itself in the chat, but I think maybe now we will have 30 minutes for dedicated QA session.
Yeah, so wow, it was so impressive, and to be honest, I'm surprised because I know how important and how it's hard to even check your strategy, business strategy, and predict lead generation. But now we cannot predict. Right now we can use not very hard instruction, check our strategy, check our potential customers. And so right now what you explain right now, it seems very simple way, not hard way.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, because that's the difference when we read forums, when we ask our agent to do research, we have only information that is somewhere in the internet or in the model training data. But we won't have real data unless we actually put something on the market.
Yes, exactly. And I did this lead generation by myself just few time ago manually. And I understand that if, for example, follow your workshop, you can install everything, you can fine tune tools, and you no need to do you to waste hours to do this daily and nightly, and you just can get really potential leads and continue work exactly with this list generated with the agentic system. Just one question from my side. Yes, you mentioned that we can add papers to mention that it's legal. Is it legal in Europe to gather such way contacts?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is legal as long as we have this privacy policy in place.
So main what everyone need to remember when you follow this workshop, don't forget
Yes.
last steps, privacy policy, because yes, for example, in Germany, very strict rules with all these things. Cookie, you should inform if you gather somehow users data, analyze, you should inform everywhere. And right now you create test project using Vercel, but we can use our own domain, our own website.
Yes, I had some open source terms framework, but I believe it's only in Polish.
But Poland is Europe, so
Yeah, but yeah, Poland is Europe. We have the same GDPR, but the language itself is in Polish for this. Yeah. but like 80-20 Pareto for this legal stuff, you have to have document in which you will state who you are, what info
You guess?
you're saving, you're getting, and how you're managing this info.
And that's all. It will
That's all. Basically, that's all.
you. This will protect you from any bad situations. Okay, amazing,
Mhm.
really amazing. So, guys, and feel free to unmute your microphone, ask questions. I add this permission to everyone. If you have any questions from Yaroslav, but Yaroslav, I hope to see you one more time in our workshops for startup founders. And of course, I recorded this session and will share so everyone who skipped or late will be able to watch in their convenience. So if anyone have any questions to Yaroslav, let's discuss. Let's discuss and use this opportunity to get real life advices. Oh, I can see. I think I can stop recording.